Hello, welcome back, and more videos about radios. Just a selection here of smaller ones which I recently acquired. The first one's not a radio, that's just a preamplifier that you put in line with your antenna, and I think it works from about 25 megs up to quite high end. It's got batteries in it. There's batteries in the box, and I tested them, and they were perfectly all right. So that would probably work as it is, and I'll probably try that out sometime. But it's just a straightforward little unit, which you just plug in. It's got B and C connectors each end, so you plug it in the aerial line on the input to your radio. Yeah, it'd be interesting to give that a go. It'd be good for improving those section of 70 SEMs, I hope. There we go. So that's the first thing. There's this Eddington Majority Digital Radio. Probably works. It could probably work. I mean, it's a DAB thing, I think. DAB radio and Bluetooth, so that'd be quite useful if it wasn't for the fact that the display's no good. The display, I may have a go at trying to fix that, but I'm not really into the miniature surface mounty type stuff, so if it's not an easy fix, that's probably it for me. But there we are. Nice little set, and I think it would work very well. And I did manage to find an adapter. It just runs off, or you can got a USB connection there. And I powered it up, and instead of a nice display like that, I've just got a hash square of coloured lines. So there's a display issue with it. But that's another nice little DAB radio. I don't think it's amateur at all. It's just DAB and Bluetooth. But that's another set that I may be able to do something with. Right. This one does work, despite the fact that unfortunately the speaker grill's missing. But it does work a bit, so it's not too bad. Simple little set which has got shortwave, medium wave and FM on it. So that's if we find some way of smartening that up, it would be okay, I think. Nice little set. Very small, handy to carry around. I'm not quite sure what this is. I think it's just a speaker, some kind of thing like that, and maybe or even a microphone. It's got the connection there. So yeah, probably a speaker. Well, it's got a USB plug there, and I think it's probably got an internal rechargeable battery. So that's another thing that's not a radio, but maybe of interest. This one's rather interesting. 2 meters handset. This is Yaesu, same make as my FT290. This is an FT209R. And again, it looks a nice straightforward radio that should be nice and easy to use. It's got a battery pack on the bottom. I've got no means of charging that, and it probably wouldn't charge anyway. It was probably NiCads or something like that originally. There's details on the back about it, and the belt clip or whatever it is covers them up, so you can't see the details there. But I say it's an FT209R, 2 meters FM, so it wouldn't do size bands or any of that, but it would do the FM channels quite nicely. That preamp unit I just showed you would easily fit on this, and perhaps that's what he bought it for. So that's another one that I want to try out if I can get power to it. I think it runs on about 10 volts. So I'll try it on 9 volts and see if that works okay. So that's a very interesting one. Now, let's... oh, what's happened here? Oh, the back's missing for that one. Right. We've got two, which I think are the same. Perhaps they were even bought as a pair. Multicom Pro. Now, I don't know what frequencies they work on. R9009 PMR, made in Korea. It's got a nickel hydride battery pack in there. We'll be able to find out a way of connecting power to it. It probably had a cradle it sat in which charged them up. There's another one the same. So this one, the back's not missing. Again, so it's the identical thing. It could be that these were bought and used as a pair, and I've no idea what frequency they are. Judging by the antenna, they're quite high frequency. So another couple, two the same. Be careful I don't drop all this on the floor. Right. This looks rather nice. ICOM communications receiver, ICR1. I don't know the range of frequencies this covers. We'll run off 12 volts, so I should be able to connect that to my ham radio power unit. So on-off switch there, squelch, line out. Again, BNC connector on it. And it's got just the model number. No indication of what frequencies it's for. I would imagine it does the VHF possibly at 77s. I know that chap who had it was quite keen on 77, so it may go up to that. I don't know. No details on that one at the moment. And so it goes on. Lots of odd bits and pieces, which are parts of things and connectors, leads, more connectors. Right, let's look at this one. Now, I think there's several of these, and these are Sony's World Band Receiver ICF SW100, FM stereo, shortwave, medium wave, and long wave. So that's this one's in a case. It's obviously was very well used and taken out and about a lot. I don't know whether these work. They probably there seems to be a lot the same or similar. So that one looks very much like it's been out and about and used a lot. Here's another one. ICF SW100, which I think is the same, wasn't it? Yeah. It's quite possible that one of these works and the other one doesn't. But they look very nice, and again, they're probably all surface mount and have these horrible surface mount capacitors that smell of fish when they go bad, which they always do. So I may try and get into surface mount, but honestly, I dread it because I have trouble seeing ordinary stuff, let alone those. I'd have to get a microscope with a screen on it, and the tools and everything to do it. But I may have a go. Right, this one, a Sony, another Sony. So all these are Sonys, but this is a different type. ICF SW1, and it looks like a fairly basic one, this one. So it's got AM and FM, and band select there. I don't know whether it says on the back anymore. Yes, it's FM stereo, long wave, medium wave, and short wave, and it runs on 3 volts. So hopefully there's not any leaky batteries in it. Nope, empty, thank goodness. So again, that's another one to try. And am I brave enough to get into surface mount stuff? We'll see. We'll see. I think that's it really for these. And the rest of the bits and pieces are just accessories and that go with them. But there's those there. And these ones here, which pretty much completes the radios that were of any interest. The other things were things like an internet radio, a DAB radio, and one of those cheap Chinese stereo units where the CD doesn't work on it. But really, these are the more unusual things, are the more interesting things, I thought. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.